Alright, this is part 2 of preparing your food to bring indoors. I've got a worm factory. I have an 18-gallon tote, a worm in, and what I use is just one of the trays to the worm factory. And we've let this sit for about 20 to 30 minutes, and here it is. It's all nice and sloppy, really. So what I'm going to do is, I like these 8 gallons, at least this kind, because my worm factory tray slips right in and I can slide it. But it's got the holes here where the worms travel through to get up to the next tray. But it's great as a strainer. And I'll pour it right in. And you can kind of judge, shake it around. Whoa. Now, this might be a little heavy, but this will catch everything that's dripping. And you want it to drip pretty good, because you don't want to bring this in side with it being this wet. This is extremely wet. Can you get that? This is extremely wet and soggy, and the wetter it is, the less oxygen, the less air that's going to come through. So basically it's just going to suffocate the worms, it's going to smother everything, and oxygen just cannot penetrate through this sloppy wetness, and the worms aren't going to like it. They're going to go down, or they're going to go out, they're going to travel around the side, they're going to go somewhere so that they can get away from it. Because if your bedding food, your bin is too wet, you're going to just invite a whole host of troubles. So we always want it just nice and moist and fluffy. Also, something that I didn't talk about was when preparing the food and cooking it and everything, what it is, it's just food. So what I want you to understand, and a lot of people know this, but I talk about it on the website if you go through the free worm farming guide, but where the real miracle happens is within the gut of a worm. And in the gut of a worm, they have such a long digestive tract that it just, that's where the miracle happens, because within the gut of the worm, all those microbes, those beneficial microbes, just the worm brings in the food, and the microbes just turn it into something that's just wonderful for the plants. And so that's where it all happens, is right there within the gut of the worm. So what you're doing is just introducing a friendly food for the worms, that worms don't have to worry about other pests, because once other pests start to grow and just populate, it's competition now. And while it's okay to have them, you just don't want them to grow in abundance. So anyway, that's my little spiel on that. Normally this doesn't cave in like it does. So we'll just let this sit here until it drains enough, and I'll continue to shake it. And you can be creative and just use whatever. Sometimes I set it over the bucket, but then you can just kind of, you can kind of decide what to do with this. I just dump it out. I don't put it in my garden because there's nothing beneficial in there. Everything in here is just dead. All right, that's it on that, and the part 3 will be coming up next. So see you then.